We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive.
What up, what up, what up? We back live, TDC live in this bitch. What's up, fellas?
What's up with you?
What's up, what's up? We ready. It's Wednesday. First and foremost, we just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Happy holidays as we go through this season and we prepare. Fellas, y'all got anything I want to add in before we get going with the show?
Yeah, man. Follow me at 438__currency. Man, shout out to all my boys in here, man. Shout out to Steve, shout out to Bruce, shout out to Sean, man. Hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful Friendsgiving. You get what I'm saying? Because we don't believe in Pilgrim Day. But you know how I go, man. I want y'all to enjoy it and turn up, man.
Same here, man. Shout out to everybody. Follow me on SB Prime Media, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's chop it up.
Hey, man, I'm just ready for the mac and cheese, the honey ham with the, you feel me?
Tomatoes.
That's what's up. Well, guys, we know what time it is now. It's time to handle that logos matter.
But understand something. Every time you go out, you got to prove your stripes. Score of every game when you start 0-0. You don't get to carry no points over. You don't get to carry anything over. You got to start. You got to finish. But here's the great thing. You control what happens to you.
Are we going to let them beat us? No. Let's get out there and get on.
Well, guys, y'all know what it is. The Young Bulls got a little action on Saturday against Charleston Southern. We saw some production. We saw Luke have an efficient day. Didn't look so good early on, but it's expected. That's what we asked for. The line still asked, but the young guys made the plays that was needed. I would ask you guys this question because it's some speculation. You know, we talk portal talk, we talk who we get. We can sit here and speculate on who we losing. But do you guys think any of those guys have been key members as far as the freshmen? Do you think anybody on this particular screen or any list of freshmen may be voting after this game?
Shit, probably Elijah Moore, Hakeem. Elijah Moore, Hakeem, most definitely. I'm hearing a lot of traction around their name for them boys. Both of them boys to hit the portal.
What you got, Steve? You got
yeah, man. I mean, I've heard the same two names. That's unfortunate. Hakeem, in my opinion, can go. Elijah, I would love at least another year, another opportunity to bring him up with a real wide receiver coach. At the end of the day, some of the money that you've been spending on these guys that essentially hit us over the head during the offseason, I think you should reinvest into these young cats with the right coaching.
What up, Breeze?
Yeah, I kind of agree with what Steve is saying. I think Elijah should at least give it one more year. We bring in a certified wide receiver coach, and if the OC is who we think the OC is going to be, I think that's definitely a valid case for him to stay. You know what I'm saying? And like kind of what Steve said, we got to reinvest our money into the young players. We can't let them juniors and seniors try to finesse us and try to pull us back. Hey, you got to – no. We know who to invest in. Put the money into the young Bulls. You feel me? But, I mean, as the other guys that want to transfer, you feel me? Let them walk. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to be here, you don't want to be here. It is what it is. For the guys that's going to the rivals, hey, man. Do whatever you want to do. You feel me? You already know how that shit go. But
yeah, and most importantly, shit, Breeze, there's a lot of money coming off the books. You get what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a lot of free money. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of money coming off the books this year. You know, a lot of them boys, Jackson, Farmer, you know, the left cheek, right cheek, you getting that money back. You getting that money back from them boys. Pat Payton, his value done plummeted. So you're gonna get that money back, and you might get Pat Payton back on a discount. An extremely great discount because he about worth a bag of chips right now. So
how y'all feel about that? Bringing Pat P back on the discount.
I mean, it's not gonna be too many extremely good defensive ends out there. So I mean, if you get him cheap, he gonna be cheap. So you might as well get an experience. Hungry. He gonna be a hungry Pat Payton, experienced Pat Payton. You get him cheap. So y'all keep him. I wouldn't keep Farmer. Jackson. One of them have to go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't keep either one. I
Both
wouldn't
of them
keep
have to go.
Yeah, unfortunately. But with Peyton, the way I feel, man, shit, he can go too. Because anybody that hamstrung us over the offseason last year, this past season, they need to go out the door because that's part of the cancer. When you got a cancer in the situation, you don't bring this shit and let it linger. You cut that shit the fuck out. And when you lose and you're in a situation where it looks like you lose your locker room, I stand on this. You either cut the players or you cut the coach. And they obviously ain't cutting the coach. So you got to cut the dead weight with the players. Peyton, I would say this, Peyton sat behind Jermaine Johnson and Peyton sat behind Jared Verse. He did not pick up the work ethic. That's a key moment right there, a key thing, central figure to pay attention to. You know, I don't expect him to turn around and come back this year and be hungry. That is what it is. He ain't hungry.
Yeah.
Because he should have been playing for the league this year. He didn't transform his body in the offseason to get to the next level. His attitude didn't change. We heard so many rumors about different shit, partying, clubbing, getting decked in the eye, all that shit. I don't care. Let him go. He built like me anyway. He got a fucking dad bod, bro. I'm like, and he what, 24, 23? You know, 22, 23 in that range. Bro, why you running around here built like you got 5 kids, bro? And you supposed to be playing for the league. Nah,
You got back 3.
Yeah, exactly. You got back 3. If that can't motivate you, then what will motivate you?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate question. You got a lot of them cats on there got seeds, bro. If that didn't motivate them to play for the league and play better, it should be self-motivation right there. If that ain't enough, you can't just expect them to come back and have some other shit be enough. It's not. But shit, we can transition on. We're going to bring it up. Carter Smith, there was a lot of talk within the last 2 weeks that with his decommitment from Michigan, that we had a good shot. Of course, on this trail, we don't know. Did the OC approve it? If they already have one, did Norvell approve? They may. But either way, we still ended up with a quarterback in that same time frame, Kevin Sperry. There's not a lot that people know about that cat. I watched a little bit of film. Anybody's watched anything, he does have legitimate wheels. His passing needs work, but I think both of them are similar quarterbacks. When you look at what they can do, capable of, herky-jerky kind of passing motion, throwing motion. They can throw, but they can deliver the pass. They have a strong enough arm, but both of them were decent runners. But any of you guys got any opinions on the situation with Carter Smith and then us getting a commitment from Kevin Sperry?
The Carter Smith, he played us, man. He played us. He used Florida State to get his value up, to get that NIL value up. He played us. You get what I'm saying? We got played once again. He getting played by 17 to 18-year-olds, man. So I don't know what the hell we doing on the trail. As far as the Kevin Sperry kid, I like him. He remind me of Baker Mayfield. You know what I mean? He remind me a lot of Baker Mayfield. He got a lot of grit, for a pilgrim. He real cocky. I like that. He can move. You know what I mean? So he remind me a lot of Baker Mayfield. So he might got us a diamond in the rough with this.
Yeah. What you got, Steve?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from the Sperry thing. I think that comparison is great. If you can get half the player Baker is, and fantastic. The mindset seems like it's in the right place. Now we'll talk about Carter though. If you're gonna go ahead and finesse Florida State for a bag, you're gonna go to Wisconsin, bro, where quarterbacks go to die.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. I don't want to hear, Russell Wilson went there. Russell Wilson was developed by the time he stepped to Wisconsin over a decade ago. He was developed at NC State. What Wisconsin quarterback has struck fear in you in the last 2 decades, man? There ain't one. So if that's where you want to go, to hand the ball off 40 times a game, enjoy, man, and pack a jacket while you're there.
Yeah. What up, Breezy?
I mean, if we're being honest, this is just another example of Mike not be able to recruit the state. You know what I'm saying? I think I had to do a little bit more research on the Kevin kid. I mean, looked kind of decent to me. They clocked him going over 21 miles an hour the other game. I think that was like last Friday or something. I mean, like Deshaun said, throwing motion could probably use some work, you know what I mean? But how I think about it is, how did you have him lined up so quick? Right? Did you know that Carter kind of wasn't going to commit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was the Carter move for the FSU staff? You feel me? Because if you had Kevin lined up that quickly to commit like that, it's kind of a little question mark there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I did a little bit more film, a little bit more research. At first, I wasn't too high on the kid, but after watching some film, he's a little better off than I thought. But Yeah, that's all I really got on that situation.
I got one thing to touch on to that. Hey, from what I've been seeing and doing my homework on him, he the perfect quarterback to run a certain offensive coordinator. And he quarterbacks like that, so that might be telling them who your next offensive coordinator gonna be.
Hey, he could tote that shit a little bit.
Yeah. We might be doing a little go-go dancing. We might be doing a little go-go dancing real soon. Y'all calm down. We might be doing a little go-go dancing.
I add one thing with Carter Smith. Let's just notice that the two schools, that one that he was previously committed to and the one he committed to in the Big Ten. So you're a Southern quarterback from Florida, and you chose to go all the way north, and you didn't choose to play for any Southern teams. That's telling. With the Sperry situation, he played, I think they said he played at 3 different high schools, but his last one is in Denton, Texas, Geyer. They went like 9-3. They're in the playoffs. So when he had 2,000 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, 8 interceptions this year, but he also had 787 yards rushing. So he gives you that true dual threat kind of quarterback. I'm not going to talk him up because I don't know system. He may be a system quarterback, the right system. Oklahoma thought enough to offer him a scholarship, and he was committed there. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But we'll move on, man. Y'all know what week this is. It's hate week. We're going to go and bring it up. It's hate week because we hate to really get into this game, but we love to get to the zeros and get to Monday to see if any moves are being made and the announcements. But you guys got anything y'all want to chop it up on this game? Y'all go ahead and cook.
Man, I think Billy cooking on the trail. Billy finna go out there, put belt the Mike Norvell ass out here, and we finna be fucking embarrassed by 2 fucking rivals under Mike Norvell. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I just don't think that we have the horses to pull off this game. Florida offensive line is tremendous. Their defensive line is aggressive. They have upset 2 great opponents back to back. They rolling right now. Ladway is looking like a generational quarterback, and they is finna beat the fuck out of us come Saturday. Or Friday.
What you got, Steve?
Yeah, I think us as fans potentially dodged a bullet. Having a mid-off with Graham Mertz and DJ Uiagalelei for what it was supposed to be right at the beginning of the season. We have 2 young bucks, man, 2 true freshmen going at it. This is part 1 of a 3-part series, in my opinion. They were very highly ranked along the trail. Lagway's experience as opposed to Luke's kind of inexperience, flashing out of the pan, coming out of nowhere in the last 2 years. I just want to see the young kids fight, man. I don't have any trust in the older players. If they want to play for pride, if they want to play for a possible destination to another school in the portal, or play to possibly go to a league or get an all-star invite, this is your last opportunity for that. So who knows, man? Who knows what can happen in this situation? It's going to be last game of the season, and I'm hoping the young Bulls can fight, but I don't believe they're going to win. But the cynic in me says, if Florida does lose, if Billy loses this game with everything seemingly going in the right direction, I think it's the funniest thing, and I'd love to troll for it for the next 8 to 9 months. All that momentum and all that good feeling that the fans have of Billy all of a sudden would all dissipate if they don't take care of business this weekend.
Yeah. What you got, Breezy?
I don't know, man. A part of me feel like we might squeeze by and win this game, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, son. I don't know how the fuck we gonna do it. Hey, listen, I don't know how we gonna do it, but let me stop playing. I don't know. I think if we control the run game, even though we really haven't done that all year, I think we could kind of squeeze this game out. Because I think with our DBs and Lagway, he gonna want to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on who want to make the play. You know what I'm saying? Because he kind of throwing into our strength, which is our DBs. So it's just really the offense that I'm kind of more worried about. I think that's everybody's worry for this whole year. If they could continue with the little traction they got from the last game, I don't know. I think we squeeze out of there by a field goal, maybe something close. You know what I'm saying? But it's rivalry week, bro. It's fuck them. Fuck Florida.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. It's always fuck Florida, but boy, you sound like you believe in Santa Claus right now, boy. Hey, you like you believe in Santa Claus, boy. Montez Johnson, man, them boys finna feast on the ID line. Left cheek, right cheek ain't finna do shit. Ignore the last game of the year. Them boys finna throw in the towel. Hopefully, the young boys gonna give a great effort, but at the end of the day, we just out, man. They got better guys than us right now. Their coaching staff is coaching better than ours right now, and shit, the inevitable is finna happen this weekend. They're finna put belt to our ass. And we got to hear that shit for the next 8-9 months.
Yeah, I believe the same thing. The only thing is I would look at it if we could somehow generate enough running game, which is a big task to be able to run the ball, quarterback run game, conventional run game. If we could get anything from the line and just moving them big boys over there, which was a bit difficult last year with a better squad, I think we could, keep this game close and make it very competitive. I think the rivalry aspect and the home aspect will play a part of the game early. But if you see how we played against Charleston Southern, it was slow and stagnant to start. But then, the young Bulls got rolling a little bit. We got some things going. I don't trust the play calling in this game, and we are undermanned with 3 coaches gone. One probably over there telling plays and shit as it is. They probably got a great game plan because they know what the hell we doing on every play call, all of that shit. So, it's hard to have confidence coming into this game. My only confidence is when them zeros hit that clock and I wake up Monday morning, I expect to see a press conference announcing who our fucking coordinators are or what they're doing, because all that shit they've been talking about got coaches lined up. If you got coaches lined up, Monday morning we should know what's going on. If we don't hear nothing Monday, that means they fucking around.
Prior to that conversation, to add one more piece to it, Deshaun, I don't know if Jay Bird watched the show. Shout out to Jay Bird out there in Tallahassee. They need to get your security job this weekend, because if Florida State pulls that game off, they're rushing that motherfucking field. I promise you that.
Hey, I'm
get some extra security subcontractors and 1099 guys that work every other Saturday. You better get some security, because they're gonna rush that damn field.
Oh, they're gonna rush it anyway. It's the last home game of the season. They did it. I was the last home game last year, man. They're gonna rush the field anyway. They let you come down on the goddamn field. So it's gonna happen either way.
Give me a piece of sod.
Yeah. We're gonna move on.
Smoking on sod right now.
And we're gonna discuss
3-8.
something that we were debating before the season started about a certain team in the SEC that has been running roughshod over everyone, and it's been the standard for the last 15, 16 years. And this is something that myself, that lives in that area close to the state of Alabama, and those who live in Alabama, shout out to 205. We try to tell them. A lot of these people don't remember or have forgotten what it was like before Saban, and they're getting a huge dose of fucking reality right now. That Alabama is gone. We started seeing chip away even while Saban was there. So I put a little diagram up here. This was the record Alabama had in 10-year span before Nick Saban showed up on campus. They were 67-55. They also had like 4 or 5 losing seasons. They changed out 3 to 4 coaches, and they were on sanctions also. Now they'll tell you it's because they were on sanctions. I'm telling you no, it's because they were mediocre. Prior to those 10 years, they won 1 national championship in '92. Throughout the 80s, all they did was make bowl games, lose games, and be Miami's whooping boy at one point, other than '92. Going bowl, you know what I'm talking about, mediocrity. That was Alabama football. They want to sell you on their history. A lot of those titles that they have are always drummed up. I'm not an Alabama hater, but I'm telling the fucking truth. We try to tell them. And what they seeing now, a lot of them cats is about ready to run the board out. This ain't the style of football they've been spoiled and used to over the last 15 years, but this is a reality check for the fan base, the alumni, and everything else. That shit ain't coming back. You're going to fall back to the back of the pack, even though the media is trying to push you and still get you in there. But you guys going to chop it up.
Yeah, man, that shit over for Bama. If you know Bama history up until basically like 2010, because that's when after Cam Newton run, then we played them again. It was really Auburn. Auburn was really the team in Alabama that you really knew of. I think Alabama, before Nick Saban came, their best player was like Kenneth David. I think the running back they had him at 34 at the time. Alabama has been, for up until Nick Saban time, Alabama was always a mid school. It was just like, okay, they want to bring up the Bear Bryant situation when he was the only coach with niggas on the field. He was the only coach with a nigga on the field, so of course he gonna win something. You gonna win something. You get what I'm saying? Hey, you out there playing with Postman and Milkman, and I got fucking Jesse Owens back here. Shit, yeah, you better win. Like, you get what I'm saying? But this is Bama. They've been brought back down the fucking earth. The boy have showed you he can't recruit. He bringing all these West Coast fucking players to a Southern school. They can't deal with the heat. That's why they tied in the third quarter and all that shit. You get what I'm saying? So this is what you gonna get. Auburn from take the state back, and it's in that Bama shit. I'm so glad it is. I'm tired of hearing about that shit.
Who next? Go ahead, Steve or Breezy. What do y'all got anything to add on?
Well, as the fans know the show, man, Breezy's from the Northeast, man. There's a famous poet by the name of Joel Santana. I don't know if y'all know him. He said, you can either compliment it, or you can either compliment it or comprehend it. It's all authentic. This shit is over with Alabama, man. This is what happens when the bully gets hit in the mouth. The bully been bullying kids on the school bus. The kid on the bus got tired. His mom said, hey, man, I ain't going on that bus. You got to handle that. And you get hit in the mouth. First, it was Vanderbilt, right? We saw the chinks in the armor during Georgia. Hell, we saw it last year. You'd be a fool to take a job after Nick Saban, man. You'd be a fucking fool, man. I know whoever got in this spot, whether it was Norvell, whether it was DeBoer, you're going to be in trouble, man. Like, these are unrealistic expectations. Saban was putting pre-World War II up dominance numbers coaching wise. He was the Ara Parseghian of our era. He was the Bobby Bowden. He was the Paterno. He was the Bear Bryant. You're not gonna find another one of that right now. Right now, it's a wide open race for guys to be able to establish themselves and take back the mantle. NIL has muddied that up, but at the end of the day, it's been an absolute pleasure watching Alabama's demise. They do come to Doak beginning of next year. Hope the demise continues. I hate that my dog Jalen Milroe has to take a blunt of the issue. Him being a brother in the state of Alabama is hard enough, man. But there's so many issues with the team that's not being discussed that need to be dove a little bit deeper, man. So no compliments from me, no pity from me. It's fuck that number.
What up, Breezy? What you got?
Shit, in my opinion, fuck them niggas. Man, listen, fuck them niggas, man. Them niggas got spoiled, you feel me? When you got a coach like Saban, you got just a whole bunch of bandwagon fans and people that don't even watch football. They Bama fans. And, man, listen, I love that shit, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because them niggas was talking crazy in the offseason. Oh, DeBoer gonna do this, DeBoer gonna do that. And everybody was questioning, like, how you feel about him bringing all these Cali kids from Cali, Washington, and Seattle? You bringing all these kids over. I don't think that's going to work in the SEC. Nah, we bringing dogs. He's going to bring the right one. He just left the Natty. But we seeing it right now, though. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy because it's like, to Steve's point, bro, them niggas was ass. Yeah. Remember when they used to be ass, you feel me? So for them to get back to reality, man, listen, I love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fuck them boys for what the fuck they did to DeAndre Francois. Fuck Bama. Burn.
You know what? After that, they claimed that they broke our program. They claimed that they broke our program when we played them. And I'll say this. Who better than a Noles fan to tell you what it's like when a legend leaves that coaching rank and what you have to endure? You didn't want to listen to Seminole fans. You didn't listen to Nebraska fans. When the legend steps off that field, sometimes it ain't gonna be sweet on the other side, and y'all getting a real good dose of fucking reality. Now we're gonna transition from one reality in question to another one. We seen this shit play out. He done made a lot of NL comments over the years. The whole Tyler situation that he had when he went at a fan about the transfer portal. A lot of rumors starting to circulate that, a couple of them that he may be done. I don't know. I don't think he's done. I do think the Clemson situation is done, though, as far as their run as being the dominant program in the ACC. New blood's coming in. We still trying to get up there. Miami's trying to stay on foot. Clemson, the three traditional ones that have been able to establish themselves in the conference. It looks like new blood with SMU this year in particular has taken that role. But as far as Dabo, what do you guys got? You guys think he actually done, or you think he's going to get with the times, or he's going to stay stubborn and stay 8-4?
Man, like my grandma always used to say, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. So I don't think he adjusts to the times. I think he done. I think he retired. I think it's the game getting too difficult for him. He don't like to really pay players anyways. You know what I mean? And they up the scholarship limit to 105. And Dabo loves walk-ons. He had a real love for walk-on players. Things like that. And I think the shit done for Dabo. You know, look, they can't. They give up like 30 points a game or some shit like that. This is 9. Ever since Brent Venables left, the shit has been done for Dabo. You get what I'm saying? He not getting the T. Higgins. He not getting the Sammy Watkins, the D Hops at wide receivers anymore. The Amari Rogers. You know what I mean? That they don't have the explosive offense like they used to. And this is basically what you look like when you don't have all generational quarterbacks back to back, and including almost generational one in Todd Boyd. So when you have this is Dabo. This is the new. This is always going to be Clemson from here on out. You've seen SMU come in and take over the ACC, so it's a new opponent. It's a new top dog in town and things like that. So I think Dabo would drop down to 10. I think it's time for him to hang it up.
What about you, Steve?
Everything in life is timing. I remember when I was a kid, my first job was at the mall, and I had to take the city bus. And one day I missed that city bus. Because I missed the bus, the next one came late. By the time I got to work, I was late. This man's late on everything. He's late on the new concepts of college football. He's late on the new the way that the game has evolved, somewhat on the field as well. This man should have took the Alabama job. He should have reached out, even if he wasn't one of the top guys. The prodigal son returns. We talk about him being a walk-on. That's why he loves walk-on so much. But you don't even need to worry about that at Bama. Everything comes to you. He would have had the resources. He would have had everything taken care of. You don't necessarily need to hit the portal when you're Bama. They just walk up to you. They've got the best of everything. So his loyalty, I think, is going to burn him on this end. And I don't have any sympathy for him. And I think he's a bit of a jerk. And I just hope if he is going to retire soon, I hope we get this shit right next year. We get another lick at him and put belt to ass at Clemson.
Go ahead, Bree.
Shit, fuck that nigga. Nah, I'm playing. Nah, man, I think Dabo got a year or 2 left in him. I think he's starting to see that. It's a wrap. He can't control these kids how he used to. He can't just walk into a high school and demand. I mean, he still demand attention, but like it just ain't hitting the same. You know what I'm saying? And you got to worry about kids talking about money and how much is this. And it's kind of just like Saban. You know, them old heads gonna get tired of that. They not used to that. You know what I'm saying? Where you got these young coaches, they coming in and using the NIL and transfer portal to their advantage. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think Dabo, it's time to wrap it up for him. I think he gonna give it another year or 2, but it's getting to that time though.
Hey, Dabo say the church ain't giving out no money. That's all his money. Hey, he said he ain't got no more of the church money. Hey, but shout out to Boss Man though, man. Shout out to my boy Boss Man.
Yeah, them PP, what they call them, PPP loans with the
Yeah.
church. Yeah, that shit coming back on that darn church. I mean, they one of the first ones giving out that NIL under the table.
Mm-hmm.
Now that shit above board. They don't want to deal. He don't want to deal with it now. Everybody can play the same game now. So yeah, the rules change. But for them rules, we can move on to a new rule. I think we got the rule about Rookie of the Year here. I'm gonna go on and crown him that. It's gonna be a close one with the overall Rookie of the Year because, of course, I think our boy Verse is in that conversation. Maybe even Fitz too. But as far as Daniels, let me throw out his numbers right now, his rookie numbers right now. He's at 2,613 yards passing, 12 touchdowns, 5 picks with a QBR of 66.5. And he also has 556 yards rushing with 5 touchdowns. I'm like, he's on pace right now to give you damn near 1,000 on the ground. Are we basically seeing another Lamar Jackson type? The only thing is, I'm wondering if Washington will spoil him and mess him up like they did RG3. That's the only question I have now. I don't think so, but it's always in question. Health is always one thing you can question, but you got to chop it up about that.
Jaden's Daniels' family set up the right way. His mom, I believe, is his agent. Under great representation, kid's extremely humble. Got it out the mud, got it the hard way. Didn't want to be given anything like RG3. RG3's biggest mistake was having his dad advise him, a guy who never took a college snap a day in his life, telling NFL coaches, one in particular that had won 2 Super Bowls, on what to do, how to run an offense, and things like that. The only thing that's the same is both of these guys were drafted in the top 3, and both these guys are black. Both these guys got drafted to arguably the blackest city in the United States, Chocolate City, Washington, D.C. But this kid's got a completely different mindset, even a completely different skill set than RG3. RG3 is obviously more athletic, twitchier, faster, but this kid's accuracy is next level, man. And we talked about it, 4.38, Breezy, Deshaun. We've talked about it in spaces throughout the offseason. There's going to be a day where we're going to wake up, and the majority of the quarterbacks in the National Football League are going to be African American, and we're right there, bro. We're right there.
In that moment.
It's about to be perfect timing in a couple months. You're about to get Shador. You're going to the numbers being swayed one way, and there's nothing they can do about it. You can't tell us to play receiver no more. Can't tell us to play DB no more. This is where we're at. We're taking this shit over.
Yeah. You look at majority of the teams in the league now, the best quarterback in the league is black. And then most of your quarterbacks now, you're looking throughout college. The NFL has finally made a decision to simplify certain things and then also accentuate what the athletic quarterback can do. The pro game has modeled itself and modernized a lot more to where all of those attributes, you know, back when I was younger, we know when we were young, it was always the statue quarterback. That shit's gone because defenses have gotten faster and more complex. That quarterback can't survive in today's NFL. So you have to have even your Pilgrims. They got to be able to be athletes. And any quarterback that's at that position nowadays, they are that. Even if they look like statues, your Joe Burrow, he still has enough mobility. Look at Josh Allen, for example. If you want to name a Pilgrim, he's an elite athlete at quarterback. So that dynamic has changed so much, and it is because of the African American quarterback ability and skill set has now become the acceptable standard for an NFL quarterback now.
Yeah, and I think Dan Snyder, I think he learned from the RG3 situation. I think he learned from his mistakes, so he won't allow
Snyder out of there
to be ran to the ground.
Snyder out of there. They forced him out because of the sexual.
Oh, they got him out of there.
Yeah, he's out of there. The team's over.
Oh, okay, then yeah. So he good. Jaden Daniels will be good then. Yeah, he'll be good. He won't get ran into the ground. You know, he got elite accuracy. You know, he's a humble kid. I don't see him getting any scandals or anything like that. And I think he up next, man.
Yeah, he up next, man. He's definitely up next. You got anything to add, Breezy?
Breezy is a Chargers fan. He should be taken out of this conversation. His favorite quarterback is Pilgrim. A Pilgrim that can't win a big game in prime time. I'm good.
Yeah, I know, man. That's just sad, bro.
DJ Lagway to the Chargers down the road.
Man, chill out, man. We 7-4, man. What's your record, Steve?
I think we about 5 and 6. We're on a 3-game winning streak.
Ooh, 5 and 6.
Did we play y'all yet? Have we played y'all?
Damn, I'm back at this NFL conversation, boy.
What? Oh yeah.
You got that wall ass right now. I'm back at it. Hey, find Doug Peterson, man.
Yeah, get him up out of there. Get Trevor up out of there.
Get Balky up out of there. All to get Needless out of there. Nah, Trevor can stay.
Get Dak out of there. Get Jerry out of there. I gonna say it, goddamn it, shit. Trade who you got to trade, man. Trade the damn ownership. But go ahead, Breezy.
But nah, though, I think Daniel's gonna take that shit home, though. I don't think Brock Bowers and Bo Nix is. I mean, they're having a good season so far, but I just think what Daniels is doing right now as a rookie, you can't really deny that. You feel me? And then the defensive side of the ball, I mean, come on, man, it got to be either one of the nose. It either got to be Jared Verse or Braden Fisk.
Yeah,
I mean, look what they doing every game, bro. It's a highlight every game, bro. I think Fisk is 3rd in sacks right now. Like, come on, son. It's just you cannot deny that, bro. I think the other rookies behind him is the DB in Atlanta. It's a DB in Atlanta, and I think it's the corner from the Eagles, Mitchell. Oh boy, I think he's from Toledo.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm trying to find where Cam Kitchens is at. Like, where is Cam Kitchens at?
Yeah,
Can somebody please tell me where Cam Kitchens is?
Hey, that slow ass Jit run like a 4.9, boy. What the fuck? Verse passed his ass up. Boy, you get passed by 275 pounds? Boy, that's crazy. That's supposed to be in the next Ed Reed.
Hey, the Miami fans was on my head for 2 weeks, but I mean, I don't know. It's what, 17 games in the season? I don't know where these niggas at, man. I'm just trying to figure out, is Cam Kitchens playing? Is he, you know what I'm saying? Because right now the nose look like we about to take home that rookie of the year. So that's all I got to say about that.
Well, we move on from the rookie of the year to the MVP. Now, is he an MVP candidate?
Oh, Deshaun, why you do that?
Why you have to put that picture up, man? He's jumping over.
Man. Look, I know who it was, but man,
Gotta be
come
the
on,
shoes.
bro.
It's fucked up on both sides. That's my boy Jerry Jones, and then that's my Jags. It's fucked up.
But bro, I had to put it up there because it's pretty much an elite play, man. This man is sitting here with 223 carries for 1,392 yards and 10 touchdowns right now in the league. Now, granted, I'm gonna throw it out there. There's only been AP, LaDainian, Alexander, Sean Alexander, Barry Sanders, and Emmitt Smith. 5 running backs have won the MVP in the last 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he would be the first one since AP to do it.
All of them got gold jackets.
And all of them got gold jackets. All of them. He's on pace still. I don't think he's close to it yet because of the situation when he was with the Giants. But he's on pace right now to be the MVP of the league. But what you guys got to say about it?
I think he having a great season. It's fucked up what he did in my Jags and shit like that. We stay on somebody highlight reel. But I think my MVP will go to Lamar Jackson. 30 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The 3 interceptions was basically his receiver's fault, for the most part. He's having an electrified season. Saquon also is too. But my MVP vote will go to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Because what he did in my Jags too. Fuck him. He ain't
It's gotta be Lamar, even with the weapons he has.
Yeah.
The way he's developed as a passer. I always knew he'd be good, but not like this. I think Saquon's still going to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year. They'll both be first team All NFL, All Pro. Both these guys will be top 5 guys on the NFL top 100 list. But unless Lamar falls off and Saquon continues this, I think Lamar will be the MVP, man. But shout out to Saquon.
And not Rookie of the Year, Player of the Year.
Player of the Year. Yeah, Offensive Player of the Year. Now, let me throw out some numbers real quick when we talk about gold jackets before we move on. Right now, Saquon is at 6,603 yards rushing. He has 45 career touchdowns. He's missed a lot of games, but there's one other player. Now, he would have to get at least 2 Super Bowls to, get himself in that conversation. But when you start putting numbers up and you look at certain players like Terrell Davis, who got in with like 7,000 yards rushing, who missed a lot of games, but he has an MVP and he has 2 Super Bowl rings, and a lot of 2,000 yard rushing season. And a 2,000 rushing season. If Saquon can somehow get to that point, there's still enough games left in the season. If he can get to that point, he has to turn it up a little bit more. But with all the weapons the Eagles got, I don't think that's going to be possible. But if they lean on him and that's the situation, I could see him running towards that gold jacket. He just has to have more consistent, healthy years. That's just my opinion.
I wanna touch on that point before Breezy goes real quick. Because for some reason, obviously, I feel running back is arguably one of the hardest positions to play, second hardest position to play in the NFL. The beating these guys take is ridiculous, right? And the game's changed. I know we've spread things out, things like that. But funny thing you mentioned about gold jackets, because I think Terrell Davis is more of an aberration than the norm. Look at these guys here that are in the top list of all time that don't have gold jackets that I feel deserve it, right? Let's go ahead and go down that list. Fred Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Jacksonville legend, 11,695 yards, doesn't have a gold jacket. Steven Action Jackson, 11,438 yards. Corey Dillon, that guy. If you watch football in the late 90s, early 2000s, you know Corey Dillon was that guy. He don't have a gold jacket. LaShawn Shady McCoy, he's not eligible yet. But if these guys are in, I don't think they're going to let Shady in.
Yeah.
Work done, 10,967 yards.
Yep.
Ricky motherfucking Waters.
And William Waters,
Yeah, Ricky Waters.
10,643 yards. If you're a football aficionado, you know the impact of these guys' games. Ricky Waters has a Super Bowl ring too, and he's still not in the Hall of Fame. So I don't know, man. For some reason, they act different with these running backs, and there's no rhyme or reason how they do it. How you feel about it, Breeze?
Nah, I feel that. I mean, we starting to see running back as a less value position. We're starting to see that for the last 5-6 years. We started to see that. You know what I'm saying? You could even go off with Le'Veon Bell. I think you seen it with Le'Veon. They didn't want to pay him and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think the MVP might be Lamar again, to be honest with you. I mean, dude snapping, bro. I can't even hold you. Now, if Saquon continues, if he continues busting off 150 and 200 and 3 touchdowns and 2 touchdowns, then shit, you ain't got no choice but to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Especially like we were saying, it's such a quarterback heavy MVP league. For a running back to be doing that, I mean, you got to give it to him. Because I mean, Josh Allen having a good year, but I mean, out of all the quarterbacks that's really going crazy, I really think it's Lamar that's at the top. But Lamar got 2 of them, right? Or he got 1?
2.
He got 2.
He got 2.
Yeah, he's got 2.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's between Lamar and Saquon for real.
And if we exclude Pat Mahomes, we're gonna have to have a conversation in a couple years of who's the greatest black quarterback to ever play this game. Lamar Jackson has every accolade and checks off every box outside of a Super Bowl ring. So we're gonna have to have that conversation at some point.
I add one more thing on that Ricky Waters thing. Ricky Waters also has 4,248 yards receiving.
Yeah,
he was a complete back. I mean, there's only a few other running backs that I could consider that were elite receivers at that position. Marshall Faulk is one. You add him in there, and then who's another one?
LT, but Daniel Thompson.
LT,
in terms of full threat,
yeah. That's all around backs, running the ball, blocking, and receiving passes. Those were complete backs, and Ricky was one of them. And in that West Coast offense, he could flex, he could run hard. Even when he was in Philly, he still ran. Everywhere he's played, he was productive.
Yeah, he ate.
Prior to that time, I ain't know nobody on the Seattle Seahawks but Ricky Waters. Shit.
Yeah, playing with him on NFL Blitz is a jit, bro.
Yeah. But y'all know what time it is. We coming up on the weekend. It's time to do a little of that fun for your money. So let's go on and run it.
Yeah, man. All right, listen. Take the South Carolina and the Clemson game to go. We went 4-2 last week. Fuck the Ole Miss and fuck Colorado. But take the South Carolina Clemson is gonna go over. It's gonna be a high-scoring game. They both score a lot of points. Take over. It's a rivalry game. Both offenses rolling. Take over. Right here, you got Tennessee and Vandy. Take Tennessee with the money line. I know it say -10, but take Tennessee with the money line. I don't think Tennessee covers by 10. I think the game is closer than that. So take Tennessee with the money line.
We're going to be transitioning over to the next game, which will be Colorado and Oklahoma State.
All right, look for Colorado to respond heavy, prime, and have his guys ready to go. Look for Colorado to go out there and at least win by 24 points over Oklahoma State. Only thing they have to do is really shut down Ollie Gordon, which I don't think he'll give it his all this game anyway. Is knowing that it's his last game, he's probably going to prepare for the league. So look for Colorado to roll big in this game. You look for them to respond heavy.
Louisville and Kentucky.
Louisville and Kentucky, take Louisville with -3.5. It's going to be a close game, but it's going to be like a 24-28 game. Look for Louisville to pull away.
This is Notre Dame. I didn't add that one, but go ahead. It's the Notre Dame one. Touched on it. I didn't.
Oh yeah, take Notre Dame. Notre Dame is rolling right now. They're hitting on all cylinders. Marcus Freeman has them playing good, fast, physical, and aggressive. Look for them boys to make a run towards the college football playoff. Right here we have UNLV versus Nevada. Come on, man. It's go-go. It should be our next offensive coordinator. Look for go-go them to roll. UNLV is scoring like between 31 and 34 points a game. Nevada struggles to score the ball. You look for go-go to make a statement and try to get into the college football playoff. And this is going to be this free money on right here. Look for UNLV to roll, man.
What's up? So as we get ready to transition on, guys, y'all know what time it is. It's time to bring up our YN. We're going to give a shout out to the young Jets. Let's get it going. All right, we're gonna start first with Moses. Desmond Moses, I believe is who presented
Desmond
that.
Moss.
Desmond Moss, my bad. I'm gonna hit that play on there.
This is Desmond Moss. I think Cedar Shores High School in Georgia. This is a 2027 running back. He's on the rise right now. He has great speed, great power. I think he's like 5'9", 215 or something like that. And he has great speed for someone his size. He's a sophomore this year, so he got minimal touches, but he made the most of them. I think he had like 25 carries for 220 yards or something like that. But as you can see right here, he's very agile, very fast, has great pad level for his size and for such a young age. And he would be one of the next up and coming running backs in 2027 class. So look for his stock to rise immediately. His name is Desmond Moss. Be on the lookout.
Okay. Desmond Moss.
Shout out to him, man.
Let's bring it up. Next up, we got Cam Evans. Shout out to Tanya Campbell, lady. Shout out to you. Put this jit on put us on this jit here. He's out of Mississippi, West Lowndes, Columbus, Mississippi. He's a linebacker. He also plays running back. He's about 6'1", 216. Gets downhill. He has offers currently from Jackson State, Pennsylvania, and Louisiana Monroe. Big body kind of back as a running back, a little heavier linebacker at 216. I think he's a good solid strike. He strikes here. I think this is the play where he strikes downhill on the swing pass. Pretty quick hands, and good instinct, solid. I think obviously though probably a SCS G5 level right now. I don't see him as a P5 player, but still it's an opportunity. I like some of his game, his visual. I actually like him better as a running back. I can see him more of a downhill runner in the right scheme. Powerful, but what you see a lot of here, you'll see later in the video, if we keep running it, you'll see some of his offensive ability with the ball in his hand there. He gets downhill, runs between the shoulder pads, runs with a little power, does have some breakaway speed. But this is Cam Evans.
Yeah.
Okay, next we're gonna go
Shout out
over to
Shout out to Cam Evans.
We're going to bring up this your guy here, Steve. Jacob.
Hey, man. Super excited to talk about this guy, man. He is the number 2 overall edge in the 2027 class, number 1 defensive player in the 2027 class, overall composite 5-star kid. This is the next Myles Garrett, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible genetics. Father's David Jacobs Sr., played D-line at the University of Georgia, started opposite of David Pollock. His godfather is Mark Richt. And when we talk about DJ, middle name Maximus. You already know he comes about that, man. He's coming down to strike. His dad was a fan of Gladiator, so they decided to name him David Maximus Jacobs. Now, listen, he plays at Blessed Trinity for a 4A private school. People think, all right, man, there's a bunch of, maybe not as much physicality. This kid played in the city his whole life. All right, he played around major competition in the city. Just happened to go ahead and take his game to Blessed Trinity, man. 6'5", 215. Last time I seen him was about two months ago. He looks like he's about 225. I don't think that weight is accurate, but that 6'5.5" is certainly accurate. I believe his mom played basketball. Extremely aggressive, man. Clocked at a 4.65 40. This is the next Myles Garrett, man. At the end of the day, when you look at the 2027 class, you have 2 5-star defensive ends, LaDainian Guyton out of Savannah Christian, and David Jacobs Jr., man. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. Breakaway speed, hands, physicality, mentality is different, bro. This kid's ready for the show. Shout out to DJ.
Yeah, he has long, you can already tell he has long arms, man. Yeah. Shout out.
Uses his power. Shout out to DJ, man.
That's Kirby's to lose, ain't it?
He was offered by UJ before he played a varsity snap last year as a freshman. Yeah. He was it's going to be Kirby's to lose, man.
That's what's up. Well, comes to one of the best and favorite segments of the show. Y'all know what time it is. Crash Out. All right. before I play this video, I got Malik Nabers. We all know him. 2 straight years of getting shut down by the likes of Jerry Jones, the likes of Renardo Green, and so on. And we've seen him come in the league, have impact here and there, but he's been crying a lot. I mean, I don't blame him with the Jones situation, but he's been firing off on the organization. And as a rookie, you kind of burning a lot of bridges and burning some shit real early. The way I look at it, man, he's one of them that's gonna flame out, could flame out in a situation, or he can be like Beckham, have his little moment and roll out. But man, what is it about these damn LSU receivers being extra diva-fied, man? I mean, they really zesty in a lot of ways. And if y'all want to know what I mean by zesty, just watch this video.
Go out there first, second quarter, don't get the ball, start getting targets at the end. I mean, can't do nothing. Start getting the ball when it's 30-0. What you want me to do?
Why in the first half are they not looking at you?
I don't know. Talk to Dave about that. Talk to Dave.
Well, chewing gum and everything.
Smack on
They
his
know.
hard, bro.
They come up to me, ask me what plays I want. That was that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Man, this dude gonna fry himself before he even get going.
That's not the market to build enemies at either, bro. New York.
Yeah, exactly. But y'all, anybody got anything they want to add, man? 438, you go ahead, man, because you.
Yeah, man.
Early, so.
I don't think he wrong, man. You feel me? I feel hella disrespected. You feel me? What you drafted me for? If you gonna give me the ball when we down 30-0, all the preparation that goes into being a wide receiver. You come over here, you ask me what type of plays I want to run. You suggesting plays for me, and then you don't give me the ball. You just got me out there running fucking cardio. If I wanted to run cardio, I could have been a track star. So I don't think he's gonna flame out quick. Talent gonna always be talent, and these are the young YNs of this day and era. They gonna speak their mind. They gonna say what need to be said. You understand? And the Giants organization have always been known to treat certain players a certain type of way, unless you are Eli Manning or a Justin Tuck type of brother. You know what I mean? But they have always been known to treat you some type of way. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think he'll flame out. I actually think he'll go somewhere else and gonna ball the hell out, and the Giants gonna look stupid again, like how they was with Daniel Jones, just giving him free fucking money. But they ain't have a problem with that. Giving him a free $100 million. Just you know what I mean? This the Giants organization since them Super Bowls has just been a shitty organization, man. I don't know what the fuck going on in New York. Diddy parties, fucking the Knicks can't win shit. The Knicks. You feel me? The Giants, the Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what the fuck going on in New York, man. I don't know.
Whoa, all right, now chill out.
Yo, hey, I know Breeder play. You in Arizona, nigga. You know what the fuck going on. Why you got the fuck on? Why you got the fuck on, nigga? You know what's going on.
Oh man.
We know 438 is known to speak his mind, and we appreciate that for
Hey,
him.
Steve, they gentrifying the Timbs in New York now. They gentrifying the Timbs.
Oh, not the Timbs.
They gentrifying the Timbs, Breezy.
Made in Dominican Republic, by the way. But shout out to Timberlands, man. Shout out to the Butters. But what I will say is, man, 438, we appreciate that's your approach, but we cannot have that approach in the NFL. There's 3 people you can complain to when you feel this way. Number 1 is your girl. When you lay down at night, tell her about all the bullshit that's going on in that locker room. Number 2 is your mama. Tell her, hey, man, I bought these tickets for you to fly first class, and they're not giving me the ball to the second half. That's cool. She's going to love you anyway. Number 3 is your fucking agent. Nobody will pay for this shit. Don't put this shit on wax, because I promise you, when it's time to renegotiate, because you're a brother, they're going to use this shit against you. So, man, keep that shit on the low, man, and keep cooking, man. And he might need to get nose reconstruction surgery, because that shit look real
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Well, before we move on to our next crash out, let's give another shout out to Miss Tanya. Thank you, Candle Lady. We really appreciate you.
Grab your candles. It's the holiday season.
Make sure you grab the candles. It's the holiday shot, the Affluent Candles. You can find her at at Wonder Women. I think 850 or something like that.
Yeah.
You can find her. Get you some candles. Get you some smell good. Set the mood when you trying to get the yams.
Before Christmas.
Yeah, when you trying to get the yams, you got a nice little yam thing. Had a nice candle smelling good. It's gonna help you. Get to the yam.
Sweet. Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, bro.
But we got more. The crash outs continue to flow. And we got another one. 438 of Breezy, y'all know this from here. This cat got caught in jail with one of them with strapped up, man. He had a can. I don't know how, but y'all just watch this news report.
A man who is being held at the Cook County Jail handed over a gun while he was being released this week. Now, according to court documents, 18-year-old Kemari Johnson asked a probation officer if he could surrender something while he was waiting to be released. He then pulled out a semi-automatic handgun and a magazine. Johnson now faces felony charges for having a firearm inside a jail. It's still not clear how long he had the weapon or how he got it in the first place. The Cook County Sheriff's Office says it has launched a criminal investigation as well as a separate administrative investigation.
Wow.
Lord have mercy.
Now everybody gonna point the finger at this kid, this jit, this dude for having one in the jail. But how do you get that shit in there?
Shout out to them COs, man.
I ain't never been there, but shout out to the COs, because we all know from balls to you know what, get checked. So ain't no way he just walked in there with that shit. They check your mouth, your throat, your goddamn rooter to the tutor, goddamn it. So how in the hell do you get it in there? Somebody got some questions to answer, but y'all go ahead and fire off.
Black fatherhood matters, bro. That's all I gotta say.
These YNs, man. These YNs, I'm telling you, they unlock a new level of stupidness every fucking day. Every fucking day. My thing is, you had to be a funky ass nigga for no COs to want to even touch. He probably was funky as hell. They probably like, oh, no, just go ahead to the back. And then you got to the point where you get ready to get out. Mother, if you done made it this far with the motherfucker, you might as well just keep it a secret. You done made it all the way through the jail, finna get out the jail. You might as well just held it. These YNs, man, some of these, they got to go. Some of them got to go. They just got to go.
Shout out to Dr. Umar. You gotta put him to sleep, man.
You got to put him to sleep. I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, what in your right mind possessed you to even be, man? I'm trying, man, it's just, man.
Yeah, I would have gave that to Marcelli or something, man. You got it from here, bro.
Yeah, you feel me? Leave it in the jail. I don't know who's on that here, boy.
Hey, man, shout out to COs. They got it in there and they set his ass up, man.
That nigga ain't want to go home. He can't go home.
They got it in there for him. And
he ain't want to go home.
He like that, them hot from the cot, I guess, man. It is what it is.
Motherfucking bean pies
from
and shit.
YN to a damn OG hating ass motherfucker, man. You just mad because your ass is old. Looking motherfucker, man. How in the hell do you sue because your ass got cooked on wax? So I'm suing Universal Music Group, Spotify, claiming that they use bots to push They Not Like Us.
Maybe they did. Who cares? You probably use them too.
Who cares? But that's just it. If they did it, they didn't. Drake built a lot of his resume off of doing that shit. Getting the bots, hitting on songs, spins, all of that. It's part of the music industry.
Payola.
25, 30 years ago, that was a part of the game. You pay the disc jockey, you get the spins on the radio, you get yourself out there. That's how you built your resume. That's how you built the single. Because 30 years ago it was about a single. So you plug that single on the radio, you constantly hearing it. The public gonna hear it, so they constantly gonna hear it. So let's go get this single. It's hot. I'm gonna do that. That's basically what it is today. Just different way of doing it. But this is just more bitch assness from Drake. The typical shit. He come in the game one way. Let's put it this way, and I'm gonna leave it at this, and you guys can chop it up. DMX was fucking right. Ain't nothing about it. This cat is soft. He plays his fake gangster role. He aligns himself to real street niggas, and then he wants to come off and do this fake shit, and then he claims all this shit up there. Keep that shit above the border, bro. It is what it is. But you gonna fuck with the cat out there in LA. They gonna show you some real LA love. You ain't gonna be able to cut no flies on out there. But y'all go ahead.
Man, I just think all light-skinned niggas out there just to the head. There's some light-skinned activities right here. There's some of the softest shit I done seen in a long time. And boy, that belt must be sneaking his ass right now, boy.
Let me ask you guys a question real quick, man. You guys seem to be historians of music and several different topics. When Michael Jackson went ahead and had a lawsuit against Sony and went to war with them. How'd that end up for Michael Jackson?
Be quiet.
How about Prince? Prince went to war with Warner Brothers Records, right?
Yep.
How'd that end up for Prince?
Ended up well on a long time.
Be very careful, Drake.
Yeah, Diddy went to war with the tequila company. Look what happened.
Be very careful.
Look what happened.
I understand.
Bill Cosby went to war. Look what happened.
Trying to buy a network.
Yep.
Who knows, man? I'm just saying. I know you're half Jewish and you're half white, but you don't want to play this game, man. It's not gonna go well for you, buddy.
No, because trust me, them folks only gonna see one shade. And I'm gonna leave it at that. They ain't gonna see the shade that your mama came from. They're gonna see your daddy shade.
Instead of putting out lawsuits, put out some records to try to beat the man who's beating you like a drum, man.
Yeah.
Pusha T started this years ago, but Pusha T didn't have the mainstream success that Kendrick has. Kendrick is just finishing you, man. This is an old school Mortal Kombat 1 fatality, man.
Yeah.
There's no coming back from this, bro. Unless you got some music coming out this spring or the summer all you're gonna do is make songs for the ladies, for all I know, man. Because Kendrick got you beat.
And that Gen X ain't bad. It's basically Kendrick is pulling the mask off like Scorpion and finishing his ass off. It is what it is. But we're gonna close out with one more. I'm gonna bring this up for the second week in a row. I got Mojo putting the paperwork on G-Mo on the timeline.
The ratatouille.
Diabolical type shit.
And the Mojo logo, man. This is good work.
Mojo has been a monster for the last 2 weeks.
Can you set the stage for context? There's some fans that might not know what's going on. Set the stage
Well, Mojo and G-Mo, I don't know. I'm just on the outside looking in. They've been going at it with each other over some shit with some, because, Mojo was a Miami fan. He now shifted over to Ole Miss. So they've been going at each other head along with Drew and a few other Miami fans. Mojo been going back and forth. Now, there's a history between G-Mo and Mojo. I don't necessarily know. I know they go at each other on the timeline. But if both three of you know anymore, Breeze, if you know anymore, I don't know too much of the details of this situation. I just found it funny when I saw it on the timeline. So I'm gonna be honest with you.
I think one of them got into like a fraud case and told a co-defendant got a lot of time, and he magically didn't get no time when they had the same charges.
Yeah.
So he tried to be in the space popping it, like, so I think he got exposed.
Now, isn't G-Mo a lawyer?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then we also had some shit. I wonder if he paid homie his money.
Goddamn lawyer.
I thought he was. He talked like he was. But one other thing is what we discussed previously was giving Big Homie his money. Because the nigga you see right there above the Ratatouille sign is the same nigga that they questioning about paying people their money for a show. Shout out to Big Homie and 50 over there. They solid dudes. For that what is it, category 6 or whatever it is. But yeah, Mojo just been cooking the Miami Cats over the last 2 weeks. It was Drew last week. This week he put the paperwork out, basically talking about this guy should have got time. Some people got time and he didn't. We already know what happened. Somebody get
right, man.
Always gonna tell
stop snitching. Free the real. Stop snitching. You do your time. You do your crime. Do your time.
It is what it is, man. But before we close out, we're gonna give one more shout out to our girl Tanya, and we'll put this out there for her. Once again, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, on Twitter. I got this shit linked to Facebook. Hey, y'all continue to tap in with us. Watch us grow. We continue to try to get this shit going. Credentials want to get that shit built up coming. We're going to be bringing more stuff from the YN side. We're going to be bringing more stuff from the apparel side. All avenues. TDC, we here to stay. We coming at the head top of these goddamn corporate motherfuckers, whether it's the FSU beat or any other thing. We here to stay. We're gonna keep doing it. Y'all keep chopping it up with us. You guys want to say anything before we close it out?
Yeah, man. The daily motherfucking chop, man. We on top, man. Shout out to my boy Deshaun, man. Shout out to my boy Breezy, man. Shout out to my boy Steve, man. Listen, merch coming soon. We ain't gonna let nobody stop our show. We're gonna keep being the voice of the people. We're gonna keep giving y'all the raw and uncut news and telling y'all what it is and how it's supposed to go. And you know, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out all of my daily choppers and make sure y'all have a wonderful and blessed Friendsgiving, man. We don't call it the other word.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. This thing is the unadulterated, untouched, no preservatives, man. Ain't no special chemicals. What we gotta say, we don't got no allegiances to these motherfuckers, man. So fuck whoever don't feel the way we feel. And man, shout out to the choppers, bro. Feel some type of way, come on the show. Let's chop it up.
The show.
Yeah. Shout out y'all boys, man. Shout out to Daily Chop. And give a shout out to Luke Chromahawk, first career start, first dub. You feel me, for the future. Shout out all my hosts. Shout out all the YNs that's following, retweeting, and showing love and shit like that. So shout out to the gang.
You said shout out to your hosts and your hoes, man. You about to
because it sure does sound like
shit, we just gonna say both. Nah, I'm playing. Hey, shout out to my guys. Shout out to y'all.
I'm about to get a chancleta across the head, bro.
Man, that is what it is. Man, hey, happy Friendsgiving to y'all, family. We really appreciate the choppers, my brothers here. Hey, y'all enjoy your time.
Merch coming soon.
Merch coming soon. Y'all already know. We're going to hit that road. We're going to hit that ground running. PDC, and we out.
We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive.